Welcome back. It's still the conversation, and you know, I told you earlier we'll be having another conversation this morning, and it has nothing to do with health, but it is about safety. Policing your environment and amid growing insecurity. And we have Dr. Afolabi Olatunji. He's a security expert and MD, CEO, HedgePoint Security Services Limited. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Today, community policing is being talked about a lot. You know, we've been told so many times to see when we see something, say something and then do something. Always ask questions when you see strange faces in your area. We shouldn't leave everything to just the government. We also have a role to play in all of this. So I'm saying this because many people do not understand when they say community policing. They think it's just a word. It's just a big word. So policing your environment, I think it is along that line. But for those who do not understand, and we have an expert here, I'd like you to talk about what policing your environment is all about.
All right. Thank you once again for having me here on this program. For me, I think we need to first begin from what Nigeria has been faced with in terms of we're facing a major complex security climate. And this has to do with banditry, it has to do with kidnapping, it has to do with farmers herders clash, terrorism. You know, terrorism. Even we're not talking about this urban, you know, robbery that is even affecting the daily life of every citizen. And when we now talk about community policing, we understand that it is the constitutional responsibility of the government. But however, we all need to see this, that we need to stand up and say it is not only going to be the responsibility of the government, it has to do with some certain awareness, things that we need to imbibe as citizens just to ensure our safety on a daily basis. And community policing, that, like you rightly mentioned, it has nothing to do with we joining the police force, but we're talking about people being mindful and be vigilant of what goes around them. And you know, for me, I'm able to put on some certain frameworks that could help individuals to addressing this. A lot has happened lately. I believe that the first thing anyone should know when it comes to community policing, amid this insecurity that is growing, fast growing in Nigeria, has to do with people having what I call situation awareness. And what do we mean by situation awareness? This is the first line of defense in security. You mentioned something where you see something, you have to say something and then act upon what you've seen. Yeah. That is what situation awareness means. And that is where many need to begin to wake up and say, not that when you notice some certain things, you need to alert the authority. In fact, confront people. Ask people. I was watching, a few days ago, I saw on X, where this TikTok guy, Pella, he traveled to the UK. And I just saw he was on a live program where the police just knocked on the door, was asking, who are you, who are you? And they opened, the police, and he said, oh, no problem. It was on a live program. And they said there's no problem, they just need to check and ask some certain question. And they now ask him, how old are you? He said he's 20, they can check his passport somewhere. So these guys went to check his passport, and they now got back to him and he said they thought he was 16 because earlier a neighbor had knocked on the door and he was tying a towel. And the neighbor felt like he's about 16 years old. So maybe something is wrong, and that's why they call his attention. So they had to come and verify, and seeing that ID, clearly they are very sorry that for me, that is what is called situational awareness. Somebody is able to stand up. You know, it's been long overdue here in this country where we just believe that it's not my business, I don't have to do. You know, what you neglect, what you don't do now will come back to hurt you. So it's very, very key, and people need to look at that.
So how do you draw the line between situational awareness and not minding your business? Or doing amebo.
Okay, we call it amebo, but it's not amebo. You see, if you don't take that actions now, and in fact, situational awareness has to do with when you notice some certain strange faces in your area, and you are not able to, you know, call the necessary authority. In fact, don't even be afraid of even confronting the people. Ask questions. Please, in my estate, I do that randomly. I tell people, if I see some certain strange faces, I'll just, excuse me, where are you going? What are you doing there? If you stay there for too long, because I need to ask questions. I need to check on you. And then we also need to address some of the security personnel to working within this axis, whether it's personal or your community, as it were. You have to be able to do something on time. So it's not amiable. Until something happened to you, that's when you know that you need to really stand up and get to the bottom of things. So it is not about amiable. We're talking about the things. I talk about complex security climates that we have been faced with. Banditry, kidnapping, and it can happen. You see, most kidnappers don't even get information from everywhere. It also has to do with some of us that we do expose some of our information online.
We're coming to that.
That's my next question.
That's your next question.
What are the most common security mistakes that people make?
And it's common. Social media. Social media.
It's the number one culprit.
Number one. In fact, a kidnapper was once arrested, and when he was being interviewed by the police, and he said they don't go anywhere, they don't get information anywhere. Some of the information they get is from the social media, where people post lifestyle. Some of the truth is that some of the lifestyles that we see out there, they are all fake. And you think you are deceiving people. Maybe you buy a new car, you want to show off for the people. You acquire this certain property or something, you want everybody to know. So you have to be very, very careful. And then you also put in your location. Now, that's another wrong thing you're doing. You are in a certain place. It's good. Social media is also good and it's also bad. But the people are exploring the bad side of the social media to, you know, disrupt the daily life of everyone. So even if you are in a certain place now, you don't necessarily have to put your current location. You can just overlook that. Maybe when you get to your other destination, you can now upload and still put the location. I mean, it allows for that. If you are using it for business, or maybe your business has to do with showcasing and showing off these things. So people have to be careful. And at the same time too, do not disclose some of your location, the places you go. Don't let people know, except for key persons or friends that you know, the people that you trust. You want to tell them, this is where I'm going, and you share location with them so that they can also keep track of where you're going. In case anything happens, let them know. And very, 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 very key. So people are really exposed themselves more to some of these kidnappers via this online platform, and it's so sad. It's so sad.
What about securing your property? So what are the things that one can do to secure his surrounding, his property?
First off, I'll put it this way. You need to first ensure that you're able to build the security around about you, because security starts from the home. You need to ensure that even your children, your family, your spouses, everybody are part of the security, the line of defense, that we call it. You know, teach them basic things like locking the door, basic things like make sure that you on the light, in fact, some people say, I don't have a unit. The unit, the PACM people, Band-Aid, I'm on Band-Aid. I cannot. You need to turn on that security light, especially if you're in a community. Outside. Yes, you need to turn it on, because the first way to solve insecurity problem is lighting. You have to ensure that the place is lit up. And also in a community where you have some uncompleted buildings, you'd also need to, maybe the community, the escorts within the estate or that community needs to also come out and say, this kind of uncompleted building, because that's the hideout of most of these criminals. So encourage the owner of that property to do something and ensuring that this is not there. So the property, the safety of your property at the same time too, you can also put some certain trackers in case your car, you can install some, tracking devices, in your car to monitor movement. Should in case anything happen, it's ignorance when you look at it and say, man, it's expensive. It's not expensive. We are not even talking about doing a comprehensive insurance. If you're able to do comprehensive, maybe you can afford it. The insurance company is going to help you put some tracking devices in your vehicle, because in case anything happens, they know you are still coming back to them to come and do some claims. So they will do. But if you cannot afford comprehensive insurance, ensure that you have some tracking device in your car. And it's as simple as also, joining some certain WhatsApp group that has to do security WhatsApp group. You can set that up, or you join it so as to learn 1 or 2 security tips on how you can stay safe. And also your children, teach them basic things. Strange faces. Let them not disclose the family movement to their friends. You never know the kind of kids that your children are with in school. So you have to learn these things. It's as good as also putting some certain tracking devices in their bag or something too, so that you can also monitor their movement. I was telling my wife one of these days, and I told her, I said, I know your business is about the end of the season, or the end of the year. Your business is a very, engaging business, and how are you going to do it with the children? And I said, why not tell the housemaid to help you get a taxi booking? She said, I don't even trust the housemaid. It's that easy. And that made me to understand that she understands what we're talking about. She said, you never can tell. The day you book that Uber or something, that housemaid can. And immediately I concurred with her, and I said, okay, yes, you are getting. I said, yes, you are right. You are right. Definitely you are right. So it's as easy as that. Still
talking about you just talked about season. We are in the Ember month, and there is a notion that once the Ember month is here, there is heightened insecurity.
True.
Stealings here and there. What are the measures that we should take? I mean, Lagosians now, because we are in Lagos, Lagosians can take to ensure that their environment, their businesses are safe and secure. What are the tips that you can share, especially for the Ember month? Okay,
for the Ember month, first off, I call something access control.
Okay.
And the access control, some people say, are you talking about access and, normally the basic in and out? Access control has to do with understanding who goes in, who does not. First off, this is a period for us in private security business. It's a season where theft cases, insecurity is very high. And we understand that some people are definitely they will steal and then travel, and then you'll not be able to see them. So it is when they are coming in January, you have some of them coming and they will never come to that area again. They will go to, because Nigeria, we don't have data. And I pray that we'll get to that moment where data, when I mean data, in case you have any crime history, we have a certain information-based data where that can be installed, so that if you tell me you didn't steal here, if I put your information online here and you want to come and work for us, I'll be able to see there's a crime history attached to your name. So that will also help us too anyway. So this Ember season, we advise people, especially people that will be traveling, to ensure that before you travel, if need be, if you are going by road, have a power bank with you, so that, and then share your location where you are going at every point in time to your loved ones. Not everybody, all right? Don't disclose it to everybody. You definitely have somebody you trust. So first off, make sure you share. This is where I'm going. I'm traveling so there. Please check on me, and the person too will keep track of your movement. And maybe at every at every point where there is a stop, you can also let the person know this is where we are at the moment. Check, until you get to your final destination. And for people that will be staying around, you have to also be careful. Make sure if you are in a community, now this is for the community also need to heighten up their security. The community need to ensure that they're able to set up some certain security committee or security team to ensuring that people that will do patrol to also enhance more security security success within that place. Ensure that you support the team, the security team that you have within your community. Give them some security tips. Tell them if they see strange faces, this is what they need to do. This is the certain persons they need to call. People will come around. Definitely. You have people traveling, family members. Please, who are you going? Which area are you going? Do you stay here? Oh, I came to see so person. Oh, you came to see so person. And also access control. I mentioned access control earlier. Where are you going? This is where you are going. You're able to call the person. If there's a phone that is with the security team, XYZ person is coming. He said he's going to XYZ house. You're able to get clarification and confirmation from them before allowing that person. And when the person is going out, you also did the same. And in case somebody is driving in, just like what the security did for me when I was coming in, he asked, can I see your boots? You want to see what is there. You don't have to shout, even if you are a resident in that place. This is a season where everyone needs to subject themselves to security, search and check. It doesn't matter. What if you are the owner and you are being kidnapped, or you are held under some certain condition, maybe at a gunpoint, and somebody is pointing gun at you and say, you drive into your exit because they see you. And what if you are going and they kidnap you, they put you in the trunk? So let people check the trunk. Let them ensure that everything is clear before leaving. So these things, and at the same time, the places you are going, I tell people avoid regular routes. Don't let people know you to a certain place. It's very dangerous. Make sure you change your routine. We call it change pattern in security. If I go in through this way, sometimes I can bend and change my movement through this way, because it's one easy way you can be trapped for kidnapping or otherwise. So make sure sometimes you change pattern, you change your movement. Don't be known to a certain location, and don't let them easily have a track of you. It's not good.
What about for businesses? Because again, 30 December is coming, and so for some businesses, they might
you have started.
December is here, okay. And for some businesses, they might need to work overtime, because business will be booming at this time. So, what are some safety measures that one can take?
For you that you are working overtime, first off, you need to first understand your timing, your starting time and the closing time. Even if you shut down, can people gain access into that place, or would you put some certain barrier or barricade for people to stand? Maybe after some certain time, maybe the closing time, you can still be attending to people, but they can't gain access into that place. There's a pharmacy just by our complex where we're operating from, by our office. When it's 7 o'clock in the evening, they will put down their iron bar, and then they still attend to people from that period. So if you are coming to them, they will just be attending to you via the iron bar. In case you want to buy anything, the business still runs till the closing time. So I will also encourage the business owners to also be time conscious. You don't get carried away. Also explore online avenue in case some of your customers are willing to reach out to you. Some of them, they can also patronize you via your website or your social media site, as it were, and then let them be able to reach out to you. It's very easy, but most importantly, don't be carried away, because people are going to come to you. They can distract you. What if they come in team? a team of maybe 5. One person can distract you and pretend like he's engaging you in a conversation while some other person is going to act like they blocking the camera in case you have a camera there, because you know these people we are talking about, they probably will have studied your place, and then you are carried away, you leave your phone. In my office, I tell some of the front desk staff, I will let them know, whoever that is coming, whether from one service or the other, do not keep your phone. Don't display it. If you are to leave that place, make sure that you keep your phone, you lock it in the drawer, and then you're still able to do what you want to do. Or you tell somebody to come and stand in for you, but don't be carried away. Security is everybody's business. Security doesn't have to do with the people wearing uniform and said, until when you have the security guard standing at the entrance of your store or your business place, that's when you know you have security. You yourself, you have to be security conscious. And I said it now that it is high time we adopt that security awareness, and for enhancing a better security and safe environment for all of us. And it's very, very important.
Okay. Security is everyone's responsibility, like you've said, but once in a while, or sometimes, we still need to engage, you know, other people, experts in the business. From observation here in Lagos and other parts of the country, I've noticed that, especially in Lagos, let's talk about Lagos, many communities depend heavily on private security guards for their estates, you know, for their community. And we've heard stories of how some of these security guards, you know, have caused harm in aided, you know, some kind of insecurity patterns in that community. So when one is trying to get a private security, be it outfit, be it an individual, you know, what are the things one should look out for? Because I know come January, a lot of people will be doing a lot of recruitment, because people go, like you said earlier, people travel, and when they come back, they won't come back to that area, they'll go elsewhere. So what are the things to look out for in, you know, getting or employing a security guard or a security outfit for your community?
Okay, very good question. In fact, it's been one of the major challenges most people are facing. Some people employing the services of some certain security company, and that's why first things first is you have to first understand the kind of organization you're dealing with. Who are they? You know, how solid are they? What track record in terms of their history in private security? What have they done? Were they referred by somebody, or you just choose them? And at the same time too, you tell some certain clients, as it were, or some certain group of individuals that are willing to adopt or have private security work for them, they will make price comparison. If this person, based on referral, is offering this same service and is saying, I'm charging this high, and that's when you see somebody who say, no, why is your price this high? You know, I know somebody somewhere that can offer this, and then, I mean, that's one, I call recipe for disaster, where most people, so that's number one. Number two is proper background check. Proper background check. Even if you give me security, there's still nothing wrong. Of course, I believe the organization, they will be responsible in case anything happens. At the same time too, you can also take time to know the kind of staff that you are given. It's just like you having a housemate. You want to run a proper security background check on your staff, your domestic worker. You don't even want to base it on who referred the person, how you are able to get the person, but you still want to be very, very careful. You see, we have bad heads, we have criminals among them, ex-convicts, because there is no record, no database. So it is the background check that will expose some of them. And the kind of structure you have set in place as a company, some of them don't feel comfortable walking in such terrain when they have seen that, oh, this is what happened. Of course, history will repeat it. So this is what happened to so person that steals here. Maybe he's not in Kirikiri, he's not in this. So the threat was, so proper background check must be put in place. It's something that you have to consider. You have to consider. If you give me, we have some clients that we have supplied some, we've been working with them for some years. Even if we are changing guard for them, they will still say, furnish us with the details of your guard, including pictures, where they are from, local government, everything. Why do they request for this? Because they also want to do another extra layer of check on this personnel, and very, very key. The truth is that even in the armed forces too, not only in the private security, you still have people that are still loyal, or because of their wicked mind, they want to make money or do business or loyal to some certain. We've seen situations whereby people in the military, personnel, are still part of people selling firearms for this bandit. We've seen situations where some of them are even selling rifle. In the police, the same thing. So it's everywhere. It's everywhere. But, proper background check, you understanding that it is not just you giving us this team of individuals to work for us, but it's also our own responsibility. And then the last one is set up another extra layer of check on them. How do you set up extra layer of check? Now, this is where we now talk about security technology-based system. You can adopt the installation of CCTV camera to overlook their activities. Okay, I'll tell you, for example, I train my wife to this. Part-time, she will do a video, because we have cameras all around us, because we don't want to take chances. And I tell people that, CCTV camera is not a luxury, it's a necessity now that people must adopt. Honestly speaking,